Hey guys, why do I keep saying that? Hey everyone. Oh, that sounded really cheesy. Yo! Alright, so this idea was, as you might expect, inspired off of the sort of reconstruction example solves that a bunch of people started doing recently. But because I'm bad at cubing, I can't really say that any of these solves that I do are really ideal ways to achieve the most optimal human solutions. In fact, I can't really even say that they're good models for what a good solution would be, just because there's so much I can improve on. I figured this would be a nice little series to upload once in a while, just because it'll help me minimize my errors in my solves, and it can also help others who aren't quite as fast as sort of a guideline example solve thing of what, level of skill and execution you need to achieve to be around my speed. So let's just get started then. Alright, so this first solve was in 11.04. What I noticed here first were the cross pieces, obviously. So we have here, 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 and here. It's not the best cross. It's actually kind of hard. I aligned a bunch of opposites with each other. So orange, white, orange with red, white, red with orange. And then this piece was just kind of hanging around, so I just put it in the end. So it's just L, F prime. And then what I did here was kind of like a wide L U prime, wide L prime to put that in. And then this last one, or sorry, I never did a wide L prime, I just kind of rotated it into D prime, F, D prime. Which is, it's acceptable, but it's probably not the most optimal solution. First and most obvious pair would be these two, but I actually ended up doing these two, and it actually did work out for me, because if you think about it, if I hide this corner will come around here and it'll form a pair. So, lucky, I guess. First pair. And I insert it in the back, like that. And then now I inserted this in the back, like so. Then next I did the green-red pair, which I believe I did something like U prime, and then rotate, and then solve, like that. And then for this last one, I did like a weird U prime U move, because I wasn't really sure what to do. I think I was thinking of doing this pair in the back, and then I ended up changing my mind because I realized this slot isn't free. So, kind of be careful of that in the future. So not the greatest F2L, but, it's acceptable. What really made this solve fast was, after OLL, I got a PLO skip, so, lucky. Alright, let's take a look here. It's actually really strange. I was looking back on my solve, and I couldn't really figure out what made me do the cross in this way. I mean, it worked out, but it was just really weird how I made the cross. So what I did was, first I did U2 to sort of get these two aligned, because what I noticed is these two are opposites. And then I did a D prime to get it in place. And then I did F prime to place these two in, and this last one. So I believe I did M prime, and then I just inserted this with U, wide R prime, U, wide R. Probably not the most optimal once again. I do need to work on more optimal cross solutions, but, it kind of worked out. My cross to F2L transition was actually very fast. What happened was I noticed right away we had this pair, so I inserted in the back, and I canceled into this pair, which is R2. Like that. Hide the edge in the back. Insert. And then over here I did a random U for some reason. I think I was just looking for pairs and I wasn't really sure what to do next. And then I noticed these. This is like a pretty bad case. Optimally, I think I could have done like a D prime move or something, but once again, that probably wouldn't have happened in a speed solve realistically for me. I did R U prime R prime, took this pair out, and did the orange green by hiding this corner in the back. Solve U2. insert, and this last one, which is simply RU R prime. And I did get a dot all lowercase, but this one isn't too bad. It's just double sexies, double F sexy F prime. And then now we have a simple U perm from the back. So this cross, it wasn't that bad, because what we have here are here, here, and here. Notice this is a line, and this is already matching with what's white. So basically what I did was just F M prime to put these three in, and then this last one I did D prime R D to place the last one in its correct position. And then cross to F2L transition was bad. I hesitated, and then I went for these two, which is that. Insert, like so. Or, sorry, I didn't do that. I did RU R prime, not R prime, my bad. So yeah, I went for these two next. Is that. And then I went for orange blue next. Over here I did hesitate once more, because I wasn't really sure what to do next. But I went for this next, which is double sexy, which is RU. So that, and then insert in the back. Red green. Well, actually no. Red green would be the most plausible choice. But for some reason I didn't go for that, and I went for orange green instead, which is kind of dumb. No. I did that, and then I solved red green, which, you know, I guess edge orientation or something, but that definitely was not my goal. I just straight up didn't see the red green pair, so that was a mistake on my part. A little lockup on the OL here, and then I just got a U perm, which I did from the back. This was definitely kind of a finicky solve, and it really does show off a lot of my flaws, because I did a lot of unnecessary moves and unoptimal things. Goes to show that even though it was an 11-second solve, which is below my global average, I still make mistakes like that, so just shows I have a lot to improve on, I guess. Alright, so this was my fastest solve in the average, and honestly, it wasn't that great in terms of execution. I just got a bit lucky with F2L and last layer. Our cross pieces over here, 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 and here. And I also noticed this red-blue pair, which I realized I could preserve by doing the cross in a certain way. R prime FL to put red and orange opposite of each other. And then here, do D, L prime. And notice what happened when I did R prime FL was that this red-blue got kicked up here. And I knew my next few moves were D and L moves, which means this entire top block wouldn't be affected, which means this part wouldn't be affected. So I could preserve this. It's just D2, L prime from here. Go into this pair. And then over here, I did this thing where I wasn't really sure what to do. I think I thought this pair, I guess I thought this edge was flipped or something. So I took the pair out, and I realized I wasn't done, so I put it back in the back again, and I solved it normally, which is just hide the corner, U2, R2, U prime, R, like. And then I did orange blue next, which I rotated. Then I did kind of like, I did also hesitate on this orange blue, I believe. So I did like U prime, and I rotated. It was really weird what I did, but once again, just extra unnecessary moves that I didn't need to do. And hide the corner, insert. And this last one, all edges are oriented. It's just an R2 gen move, so it's just done. And here, if I knew stuff like winter variation or something, I could have skipped OLL, but I didn't, so it's just soon into A perm. And actually, I did U3 A perm, which is, once again, you should never do that for anything. It was a fast solve. but only because of an easy last layer case and easy F2. Otherwise, in terms of stuff like execution and look ahead, it was mediocre at best. So. Alright, this is the last solve of the average, and it was bad. Still faster than my global average, so, you know, I should really give you an idea of how bad some of my average solves are, supposedly. Across pieces here, 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 and back here. So I first put it opposite of orange and red opposite of each other. Placed this down, then did DR to insert this blue. And the green was just kind of left over here, and I did like a U2 insert like that for some reason. I think the smart choice would have just, you know, inserted it in the back. But then again, my entire cross solution just wasn't optimal, so that definitely could have been improved on. Okay, so here I did something very bad. I was going for the red-blue pair, I think, but for some reason I stopped halfway, and then I turned back, and then I went for the blue-orange pair. And I have no idea why I did that, but, you know, it is what it is. So, set it up like this, rotate, insert like that. And once again, I hesitated, I paused, and then I saw these two, hide the corner, edge in the back, insert, red, blue. And then here, once again, another pause, then I went for green, orange, which is here and here. So I hide the corner, move the edge over, solve, insert, and because all the top edges are oriented, it's just a 2-gen case for this last one, which is good. So yeah, once again, not the fastest, definitely not the fastest. A lot of pauses, a lot of clunkiness, and it was just slow in general. But I did get a decent last layer case, which is just soon. I did it from the back, and then I did an apron. Like that. So, aside from turn speed, that solve really had no merits at all to it. Look ahead was awful, the flow was awful, cross to F2L transition was bad. Basically what happened was I got a bit lucky on last layer, and my turn speed was acceptable, which is what made the solve a 12. But, in my opinion, it should have been way worse than that. Okay, so hopefully that turned out okay. Typically, I tried to criticize my solve in a way so that it's in a skill level that's believable for me to perform under a speed solve, in the conditions of a speed solve. Which means that I didn't cover stuff like some fancy last layer algorithm, one look last layer algorithm, or like winner variation, or edge orientation, or stuff like that, because I just don't see myself performing those type of things in a realistic time solve, at least not at my level yet. Of course, that being said, if you want to leave some, you know, fancy algs or tips or tricks in the comments below, that'd be appreciated, so yeah, feel free to do that. But yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more of this, because I understand this could be a bit boring, just watching some random guy on YouTube solve. And I'm definitely not the fastest ever, so it's not very exciting. But hopefully it was helpful, hopefully it was interesting to some of you. And yeah, I don't know how to end this, so I'll...